me, I'm Tara Ditya. So, in this occasion, I want to talk about nonverbal communication. But first thing we need to do is understand what is nonverbal communication. So, nonverbal communication is usually understood as the progress of sending and receiving wordless messages. Such message can be communicated through facial expression, paralinguistic, body language and gesture, eye gaze, and many others. A person can learn how each of these affect in the interactions with others, and people can learn how to modify their nonverbal communication. So, this is a few of the most common types of nonverbal communication. First is facial expression. Facial expression are responsible for a high proportion of nonverbal communication. Consider how much the information can be conveyed with a smile or a frown. The look of a person's face is often the first thing that we see, even before we hear what they have to say. While nonverbal communication and behavior can vary dramatically between cultures. In English, the strangers that give a smile would be quite annoying. However, in Indonesian culture, people usually give a smile to strangers not because they feel happy, but the function of the smile same as a greeting. And I will give an example of a facial expression. Uh, for happiness, we can give a smile. And for sadness, anger. Second is paralinguistic. Paralinguistics refer to the sound, noise, pause, bit rate, pitch of voice, volume, tone, inflection, modulation, accent, and accentuations, as well as silence, suspense, and pause of a person may use to engage and direct his communications. Consider all the different way that simply can changing your tone voice might change the meaning of the sentence. For example, in English, when someone want to reject, they may say, "No, you don't have to do this. I feel bad," and then they will reject it. But in Indonesian culture, we usually found case like this. When when someone give they gift, they will say, "No, you don't need to do this. I feel so bad." They say it like they will reject it, but they say it with a smile and then to it. The third is body language and posture. Body language is a broad term of forms of communication using body movements or gesture instead of or in addition to sound, verbal language, or other forms of communication. Body language is particularly important in group communications. In Indonesia, when people shake hands, it means the friendship. When a shaking is followed by hug and touch of the cheeks, this body language shows the intimacy. While in English, shaking hands are used to show that social relations start all over again. It doesn't mean intimacy, so shaking hands is used to fix a fight between a friends or when we are introduced to the strangers or anyone who hasn't seen each other in a long time. And I will give an example of body language, such as or and for the last is a gaze. Eye contact is an event when people look at each other's eyes at the same time. Eye gaze is a form of non-verbal communication and has a large influence on social behavior. Frequencies and interpretation of eye contact vary between cultures. Eye contact and facial expression provide important social and emotional information. In most Western countries, when we stare at people when they are talking, it shows that we are paying attention to them. Meanwhile, in Indonesian, when someone stares sharply and for a long time, when someone, especially someone who is older, talks, people will think it is challenging and impolite. And I will give an example of a gaze, like